Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good to see you all again. Last week, our meeting got rudely interrupted by some technical glitches. And I was just going to show you. So we were talking about, right during the internet going down, we were talking about making appointments and trying to make listing appointments and how difficult it is. And I have this mug with a New Yorker cartoon. And a guy's, somebody's trying to make an appointment with an executive. And he says, no, Thursday's out. You can see that.
I can't
Yep.
focus.
Can't see it yet.
Pull it back a little. There you go.
Okay, he says, how about never? Is never good for you?
Click.
But have you ever heard that? Or have you ever heard that?
No,
that
but I'm going to use it now. I
I was
like
gonna
it.
they don't say it, but the sentiment is the same. Just,
Never.
yeah.
Never.
How
I
about
love
never? All right, let's get moving. We have a guest this morning. Good morning, Matthew. I'll call on you in a couple minutes. Thank you for coming.
Morning.
And good to see everybody else. And welcome to Let's Talk Real Estate for July 12th, 2023. Here's a social media post. The social media posts I've been using are for days and months, to celebrate Friendship Day and Pride Month and things like that. And so it's all they had was another Friendship Day. So just here's a graphic. Some celebrate the sale. I celebrate the journey. So that's a great message for our agents because it is a journey. It's all a process with its wonderful ups and downs. And you have to celebrate those too because they go together. Let me ask you something. If I went on your next listing presentation with you, imagine that. And I've been on quite a few listing presentations with agents over the years. And I sat next to the seller and watched you perform. How would I react after we left? Think about that. A listing presentation, in essence, is a performance, no different than a professional entertainer or an athlete. You have to learn to perform by knowing what to say and how to say it. Great listing agents perform well and get a contract signed 70% of the time. That's listing agents who use our system. The average agent, according to the NAR, cannot perform well, and they get contracts signed around 20% of the time. That's acceptable for the National Association of Realtors, and they say that that's fine. That's just a typical thing. And I completely disagree. So are you as good as you should be or as you need to be if you're going to do the amount of business that you want to do? We're already halfway through the year. What success will you have during the next 6 months? And so what I'd like you to consider, and most of you, I always preach into the choir with these meetings, but take another look at the and study the 5-point listing system because it's the most valuable program that we have. And a good way to study it is right here on the Training Hub. And here's the Productivity Hub. We're here with the little photograph. The Training Hub is here. The Training Hub is password protected. The password is North Star with a capital N. And I'm not typing. Here we go. North Star. And once in here, some of our programs are here on the left. And this program is, oh, I put it right up here. It was called Mike Ferry because it's based on Mike Ferry, but we call it the North Star Business Practices. And here it is. And we have the coaching audio where Mike Ferry will go through the 5-point listing. If you have not heard that, please listen to that. Please listen. Okay, congratulations. Start by reviewing our production. Where we are. A lot of people here today. Thank you. All right, what's new? Who's here? Are all the managers here? Of course they are. Where else would they be? Kuhn, what's going on?
Portland is staying busy in July. We have a new listing by Shauna Dolby in Portland, as well as Doug Carrillo. We have a couple closings. One, Faye. Faye represented the buyer in a nice transaction. Closed, I believe, on the 11th. And Grant Baker is also closing today on a manufactured home. And I believe he has a new listing coming up, so keep an eye out for that one. Let's see. I believe some more scheduled closings. Pat Wolcott has 2 closings coming up, so looking forward to seeing those. And congrats to our agents in Portland.
Congratulations. Excellent work. Portland's keeping us all busy. And oh, there you are. Cheryl, how is Longview? Which and tell me it's good. It's because I know you've been doing a lot of business, but you've been doing some complicated closings that have been wearing me out.
Those complicated closings came from Vancouver.
Ah.
Our closings have not been so complicated.
Good.
But, we've been doing a lot. Jennifer Washam's on fire. If she wants to talk, she could tell you all about that.
You there, Jen?
Maybe not.
You'll think about it.
Yep. She has.
Here.
Oh, there she is. Oh, she's running.
I'm doing some serious multitasking this morning.
Well, we heard you're busy, so that's okay. What do you got? What do you got going on?
I've got my cousin's house on Jimmer that's pending. That's going to close this month. I've got some friends of mine signed around on a house on 52nd that's going to close later this month. Just got my little house, cute little house in Castle Rock signed around over the weekend. And then listed a house on Midland. That's the only one I've got active right now that's not yet pending.
Okay.
Telling today that I've got a referral on for a house in Pennsylvania. Hopefully gonna sell them on a manufactured home.
Excellent. Excellent. Let me mute Nick. He's out in the office. All right. Good work.
That's really good. And we have Steve Burright got a couple signed around over the weekend. And he has, I don't know how many listings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 listings. And one more coming on, I hear him saying from the other end of the room. And yeah, and I got 3 pending. We're just doing good in here.
Good. Good. Yeah, I was talking.
Us three in the office.
Exactly.
Well,
He's
we've
got,
been saying, Dawn, in our office, like that we deserve some kind of award. Actually, I've
agree.
been-
I agree. It's called a paycheck.
True.
You've got the Sizzler out on the road, and he's got a hamburger joint. And does he have another restaurant for sale?
The one next door to it.
Yeah. So if you're looking to open a restaurant, he's the person to see. Let's see. Shauna, how's Vancouver?
We're doing good.
Yeah.
I did have my new listing there in Westland that went live end of last week, and we had some showings over the weekend and got some good feedback on that. We are going to have an open house this Saturday, so if anybody's around, pop by and say hi. It's a beautiful listing. We had one closing in Vancouver. It was a manufactured home. Brianna closed, and we have things in the work, but nothing quite put together yet, but we're working hard here in Vancouver.
Excellent. Excellent. Mario, I see a new listing in Caldwell on Leicester. Do you know whose that is?
I believe that's Augie's
Yeah.
for 340,000. And we also have a pending from Augie.
Excellent. Excellent. We can always rely on Augie. All right, good.
I think the Caldwell team is on a roll. I think we are starting to We had a really good month in June, the most revenue so far this year. And happy to say that, I think that Jeffrey and Augie and some others are just picking up a lot of activity.
Good. And you're in the middle of a redecoration. Is anybody sleeping on the couch right now?
I haven't seen anybody sleep on it yet, but we're all excited. Big shout out to Shelly and Lisa. The office has been painted now. We have 3 TVs that we're going to hopefully mount next week. We're in the process of getting an electrician to do some electrical work for us in the open area, where we'll have 2 65-inch flat screen TVs for the open area. One of which will be used for education. The other one will be headline news. And then the third one, we have a 65-inch TV flat screen for the conference room, so that agents can do presentations and show their CMAs or show the MLS. And we're all excited to that for the next phase.
Nice. The next high-tech phase. Caldwell goes high-tech.
We'll be
All right.
expecting a tour soon.
But
Absolutely.
I do want to say everybody's excited about the sectional that we put in, so that agents can use and also bring their clients to, sit in a nice comfort setting, if you will.
Yeah. Great. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Matthew, so Kung has been showing off these fancy customized gifts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I understand you're behind that.
Yes, yeah, I am. That's
Tell us about it.
Yeah, so just a little bit about me, and then I'll chat about gifts for sure. But I've been working professionally with realtors and lenders here in the Pacific Northwest for well over 14 years in the area of strategic client appreciation or client gifting, and also VIP gifting, like referral partner gifts we specialize in. And I'm with Sharp Retention. We're the top team of closing gift consultants in America for Cutco Closing Gifts. And before I chat about gifts and strategies behind that, I really want to stress the importance of keeping your clients for life, and creating scaling a more referral and repeat business in your life. Would anyone like more repeat and referral business? Absolutely, absolutely. So it's more challenging than it sounds. And I'm going to point to a couple stats from the National Association of Realtors. If you have not had enough coffee, one of these is going to really wake you up. So NAR did a survey of thousands of home buyers and sellers just shortly after the transaction, and just asked, would you use your realtor again? And 90% said, yep, I had a good experience with that agent. Of course, I'd use them again, and I'd refer them business, right? The follow-up statistic from NAR is, and by the way, I learned not to call it NAR. They like NAR. Yeah, the follow-up statistic is what percentage of realtors nationwide are gaining repeat business from their own clients on their next deal. So you have to flash forward around 5 to 6. Oh, what was that?
11%.
Ooh, that is a really good guess. Any other guesses? Talking about nationwide, what percentage of realtors retain their client on their next deal? It's about a 6-year gap between deals.
4%.
4%. Okay. It's actually 18%, which is higher than both of those numbers. However, that means 9 out of 10 said they would use their agent again. Less than 2 out of 10 do. And it does beg the question, what are those 18% doing that the other 82% are likely overlooking? Well, obviously they're doing a professional job. They're not in that 10% that gets discarded from the get-go, but they're doing everything they can to be known, liked, trusted, admired, respected over years. It's very challenging. And so I'm going to give you a quick to-do list. And if any of these things are not on your list, you might consider adding it to your strategy. And then we'll talk about gifting as well. But they are doing pop buys at the 1, 3, and 5-year anniversaries, usually with a gift, or they're mailing that at the 1, 3, and 5-year anniversaries for their clients, because that is a great way to stay in touch. Send something of value, maybe your favorite book, maybe something small but thoughtful, and a handwritten card. It's going to go a long way. Handwritten cards on their birthdays, well, you will be standing out more than their own relatives. I'd say social media engagement is very important these days, of course. And if you guys have not experienced a client appreciation event, like collectively or individually, I recommend thinking about doing that as offices or as individuals, because that face-to-face contact is huge. But there is an area that gets really overlooked when it comes to the long-term strategy of creating client loyalty, and that's closing gifts. So closing gifts are not overlooked. I'd say 99% of the realtors that I've met with over the years give a gift, and it's usually pretty nice. The average in at least here in Oregon is between $100 and $300 on average. So the gifts going out are nice. They're thoughtful. What are the most common gifts though that are given out there that you see at the closing table? One of them can hold wine.
Yeah.
Do you know what the most common gifts that are given out there are?
A coffee mug.
Yes, coffee mugs. They can go.
Wine bottle.
Yep. And baskets can hold all those things, and gift baskets are probably maybe the number one, maybe the number two most common gift given out there. They can hold wine, coffee mugs, cheese, crackers, whiskey. I've seen everything but a kitten put into a gift basket over the years. And the other most common gift is easy for agents to grab and go and mail or give. They're about this size.
Gift cards.
Yep, gift cards, gift certificates. That makes up about 90% of the gifts out there. The other 10% are like the door knockers, the artwork, the vases, sometimes electronics. But 90% of the gifts have what in common? Where are they in 6 weeks, 6 months, or 6 years from now?
Forgotten.
Trash or consumed.
You got it. Yep. Trashed, consumed, eaten, drank, spent, out of sight, out of mind. And the other 10% tend to sit around and collect dust and get tucked away. So what we do is we focus in on the epicenter of the home. What's the most commonly used room according to NAR?
Kitchen.
Kitchen.
Yep. We
Right.
focus in on the kitchen. That's where your clients are gathered and where their guests are gathered. And you cannot possibly be at every single social, barbecue, etc. But you can place something in their hands that they cherish and use on a weekly, if not daily basis for the rest of their lives. And that's Cutco. So quick show of hands, who's actually heard of Cutco? Keep your hands raised if you
I
have
think
any at
we all
home.
have.
Oh, everyone has? Okay. Has anyone had them longer than 10 years at home? Longer than 15 years, anyone?
What was the question?
How long have you had them at home?
Oh, geez, probably 10 years.
10 years. Okay. So we have been around for 75 years now. Okay? And for those of you who are not directly familiar with Cutco, they're US made, high-end kitchen knives and kitchen accessories that we can brand with your information. And they are written off in a different way than your normal closing gifts. Does anyone know what the IRS allows you to deduct on your closing gifts?
$25.
Do you know what year that came out?
68.
Ooh, that was a good guess, Patrick. Oh, you go by Pat, but either way, we know it's you. 1954 is when that regulation came out from the IRS, and it hasn't changed since. So what are most agents spending? Again, between 100 and 300, and they're either writing off their entire amount and hoping they're not audited, or they're not taking the write-off that they deserve. But because these are branded, you can actually legally write them off under what category?
Advertising.
Advertising.
There's my logo right there. Yep, under advertising. Advertising, marketing, so it passes an audit. And one thing to consider too, no matter what you're gifting, is putting a system in place. So if you're used to scrambling every single closing, you can save a lot of time by having gifts on hand, ready to go for your clients. And that just saves you a tremendous amount of time, which is more important than money, in my opinion. So I can hear someone in the background there. I think Nita's unmuted, but so in a nutshell, what we offer are gifts that are lifetime quality, that are US made, that are guaranteed forever, sharpened for free, and that are 100% legally tax deductible, and that put a system in place. There's nothing that I've even run into that comes close to doing all those things for the agents that we serve. And if you think of something, I'll add it to our gift line for sure. Some people say cutting boards, so we've added some Northwest crafted cutting boards, but even those need to be oiled every few months versus Cutco, which are super low maintenance. So Cutco needs to be sharpened every about 10 years between sharpenings versus most high-end knives need to be sharpened every single month. So it just gives you an idea of why I've chosen to work with Cutco. And one quick announcement, you guys are the first ones to see this brand new knife. This is a 6-inch vegetable knife that we just came out with. There's plenty of room for engraving on it for your information. And we have enough room on that to brand your clients' names on these as well. So we can brand them whatever way you would like. And our gifts range between $65 and $300, so we can cover any price point in that category And then we bill you over 6 months interest-free to line up with cash flow. That's how the billing works, unless you want to pay in full. But without further ado, I think that sums up what we do. We keep you top mind forever with your clients, give you 100% legal tax write-off, and put a system in place, and we can even ship the gifts for you. So I'd like to actually raffle off a Cutco gift to one lucky winner. And so I'm putting my information here in the chat box. And I'll also, if that's not handy for you, there's my phone number right there. If everyone would just text me just your name and email address, I'll put you in the drawing. And if you'd like more information, either put the word sharp or just your favorite emoji in the text message. And I'll make sure that I follow up with you first. The first 3 people from this team meeting, I'm going to personally buy you an extra $100 worth of Cutco for your home, in addition to your Century 21 quantity discount. So any quick questions at all?
Matthew, I can advocate for Cutco. My nephew, about 10 years ago or so, was an employee at Cutco. He was one of their top sellers. And I can
Nice.
advocate because we bought of course, everything. We got the big
Right.
block customized with our name and everything. We have loved using the Cutco knives, the cutting boards. I mean, we bought it all, right? But
Nice.
one of the things that has always been very, very useful is the scissors. Those scissors can
Yeah.
cut through anything. And the pizza cutter,
yeah.
that is always useful. So when you think of gifts, believe it or not, those scissors are amazing, and they can come apart. You can put them in the dishwasher, and I highly recommend the scissors. But the knives are also a very nice to use, very sharp. And I haven't done this after 10 years, but I think I'm going to. You can actually send your knives back to Cutco, and they'll sharpen them for you. When you turn in your cutting boards, and I haven't done this yet, they'll replace them brand new.
Absolutely. You're right on all counts, Mario. I've been to the factory in upstate New York. I've been with Cutco since 1993. And if you guys need anything personally, I'm for you. I've got a discount for all realtors that I give you personally for anything personal, and also for your closing gifts. So I'd love to be in touch. I don't want to take up any more of the meeting because I'd love to be invited back next year. And without any questions, I'll connect with everyone that texted me, and we can chat on a Zoom or a phone call. Mario, I appreciate your shout out.
Matthew, just a quick question. What is the turnaround now? On the,
Yeah,
on the-
so on a first order, the turnaround time is 3 to 3.5 weeks. So from the time you place your order till they're in your hand, and we can also, again, drop ship these individually to your clients. So I think that's.
Can we squeeze a headshot on the end of the knife?
You know what? I've seen some very
I
detailed
have to laugh at
logos.
that one. Good
Actually,
one.
someone recently had us engrave their whole image, but it was a cartoon. So
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So, of course, it's already been discussed. Okay. Nice.
yes, good
We
question.
got that covered.
I like it. You guys are a lively bunch. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate you all.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate that. So imagine a closing gift. You get a pizza cutter and a frozen pizza on moving day.
Hey, that would be a great gift.
That'd be a great
Because every time we get pizza, which is my kids love pizza, we use the pizza cutter. And anytime you need scissors, those are the scissors. Those are the go-to scissors in our family.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the ones that are always missing when you go to try to find them because they leave the kitchen, right?
Well, we have a large block where we keep all of our knives plus the scissors.
All right.
Sorry, my birds are like really vocal this morning.
Okay. How's the market? We have the new stats here, so I just want to bring all of that to your attention. Things have been updated, so we will go through the how's the market scripts today because the market's changing. Thank you. The market's changing. So interest rates up a bit, 6.81%. And inflation, of course, we only see that figure once a month, and it had dropped, and it is expected to continue to drop. So good news on that. Interest rates should drop along with inflation. They're not. All right, let's see. I want to go through, I put the market actions here And I put the Northwest MLS. Let's just see what the NAR economist has, and it's housing indicators today. Oh, I didn't update that. I'm sorry. It is inflation. Kuhn, did you read one of these this morning?
I did. I read the inflation.
Well, tell us
Government
about it.
inflation. Well, let's see. Let's see what Lawrence Yun from NAR says. Low inflation means low mortgage rates. Therefore, decelerating consumer prices should steadily lift home sales and increase home production in a few months. CPI rose by 3% from 1 year ago, which is much lower than the 8 to 9% hikes of last summer, and is the slowest gain in over 2 years. Falling gasoline prices and healthcare services costs were helpful. Rents are still climbing at a brisk pace, though, rising by 8.3%, but have turned the corner for sure. Rents were rising at 8.8% in the early part of the year, so this is the slowest gain in 7 months. The 1 month rent gain of 0.5% or a 5.8 marginal or annualized gain is suggesting further calming in rents in upcoming months. That's good news. Moreover, with so many empty apartment units under construction, rents could plateau by this time next year. The Federal Reserve's mandate is to contain inflation and help the economy. It misjudged the early strength of inflation, which got out of control. Now it could misjudge on the economic front. Monetary policy works with a long lag time. The Fed appears too focused on the lagging economic indicators of jobs rather than early indicators like future inflation and commercial leasing activity. They should look ahead and stop raising interest rates. I think all agree that they should stop raising interest rates.
Okay. Yes, we all agree. Okay, thank you. Very interesting. Let's go right to the role play on how's the market and see what has changed. We'll just see here. All right, let's see who's here. Let me open up the screen. Make sure we have some people here. All right, how's the market? I can keep that right there on the front page. How's the market? The Portrait of the Metro. I'm going to open this up a little bit. It's a little hard to see. All right, who would, Patrick, do I have a volunteer? Can you see the screen?
Yes, I can see the screen. And I would love to be your volunteer.
Well, how's the market?
Well, we are seeing a slight decrease in home prices nationwide as interest rates continue a slow trend upward. However, this continues to be a seller's market due to the shortage of available housing and signs of reluctance to purchase from buyers. Average days on the market is down to 33 days from the 60 days we were seeing earlier. The median home price has decreased 3.6% over the last year. The median home price sold in the metro area is $530,000. Interest rates are currently up to 6.81 and are expected to fluctuate over time. This is a great time to list while it is still affordable to sellers. Buyers also benefit from dropping prices and increased stability of the interest rates and greater time on the market. Shall we list your home today?
Absolutely. It's a great time to list. I fixed that awkward sentence last night and I must not have hit save. So be sure to get that. I'll be sure to get that. But it is still a seller's market, even though there are benefits to buyers because, well, the days on the market were increasing and they're decreasing. Look at that. The days on the market is cut in half. And home prices still going down in the Portland metro, but it's a different story in other places.
Oh, yeah.
Let me give you an example. Who are my Clark County people? Nita, would you like to tell us how the market is? if you can see it, and you're muted.
There we go, yeah.
Thank you.
We're seeing a slight decrease in home prices nationwide as interest rates continue a slow trend upwards. However, this continues to be a seller's market due to a shortage of available housing and signs of a reluctance to purchase from buyers. Average days on the market is down to 33 from 34 one day, and median home prices have decreased 1% over the last year. The median home sold price in the area is $520,000. Interest rates are currently up to 6.81 and are expected to fluctuate over time. This is a great time to list while it's still favorable to sellers. Buyers also benefit from dropping prices and increased stability, interest rates, and greater time on the market.
Yep. Yep.
Pretty
Okay,
close to
so
Portland.
it's close to Portland, but the decrease is less.
Mhm.
Decreased 1% now year over year. These are year over year figures and they change every month. So that's good news. That's good stability in Clark County. And let's see, is Jennifer still here? Call
I-
Jennifer back to her desk.
I am here.
Can you see the screen?
I can. I was just having a sneezing attack, but I think I'm good
Oh.
now.
Okay, well, good. How's the market?
We are seeing a slight decrease in home prices nationwide as interest rates continue to slow trend upward. However, this continues to be a seller's market due to the shortage of available housing and signs of reluctance to purchase from buyers. Average days on the market is down to 24 days from 34 days, and median home prices increased 3.9% over last year. The median home sold price in the area is $400,000. Interest rates are currently up to 6.81 and are expected to fluctuate over time. This is a great time to list while it is still favorable to sellers. Buyers also benefit from dropping prices and increased stability rates and greater time on the market.
All right, thank you. What's the news there? Increased 3.9%. Excellent, excellent. So low days on the market. So how are you doing that, Cheryl? You've got low days on the market. You've got prices increasing. You have reasonably priced houses. I think Cowlitz County is the place to be.
Place to be.
Muted. We've been educating them.
Yes, yes. Oh, but it gets better. It gets better.
This has changed a bit too here.
Yeah, Mario, how's the market in Idaho?
The market in Idaho is incredible. We're currently seeing a slight decrease in home prices nationwide as interest rates continue a slow trend upwards. The Boise metro area is now considered a buyer's market, which means that the supply of homes is greater than the demand for homes. The average days on the market is down to 29 days from 47 days. That's a big decrease. And median home prices have increased 3.7% over last year. The median home sold price in the metro area is $595,000. Interest rates are currently up to 6.81% and are expected to fluctuate over time. There are still more people looking to buy than there are homes available, and it's a very good time to list a home now.
Excellent. Excellent. So those are impressive figures, the increase in prices, because they were increasing so much over the COVID years. That's why we're seeing decreases in Portland, but to still be seeing increases.
Yep.
That's wonderful.
And they're
And
selling
look at that.
faster too, from 47 to 29 days. That's a big change.
And how about that price? $595, almost $6.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are moving to the area because and also they're moving now because they want to get into their new home before the school starts.
Yep.
Right. Right. All right. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Very interesting market. Okay, what else do we have? Well, you know all this. Accelerate, please take Accelerate. Now's a good time. There's the schedule. Open 21 online first. Go list as well. And term engagement, why use video? I had something else here. Cheryl, you had sent something on the 21-day challenge. Did that come from corporate?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
it did.
Okay. Well, I had posted that again. I don't have the most recent version I was working on last night. And in fact, is this what you had sent to me?
Yes, I did send the video thing. Is that what you're talking about right now?
Yeah. Yes. This one.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Tell us about it.
Okay, so we're talking about the power of video marketing. It's a big
Yes.
thing right now.
I've heard.
Why is video important, you ask? I'm going to tell you.
All right.
Because right now we have something to say. We have to educate these buyers and sellers and let them know what's going on in the market instead of what they're hearing on the news. Things aren't as dire as, they like to tell us on the news. So we have a lot of things to say. So that's a good reason to do some videos, because the video gets people's attention. Talk about that a little bit. Combat those headlines. They're watching lots of TV and news programs. That's all video. If you're going to compete with that, you need to give some video back. So we've been trying that a little bit with the market reports. That's good. Another reason, home buyers are turning to the internet before they turn to real estate agents. So you need to have an online presence if you want them to find you and your listings. Everyone's on the internet every day. If you're not there, you're going to be missing out. It's the days of just saying, "Oh, I don't do the internet." That's over. You gotta do the internet. 92% of home buyers use the internet to help them find a home. Okay, that's opposed to 87% of home buyers that use a real estate agent. Now they may do both, but I'm just saying more people are using the internet than are using real estate agents. Home buyers spend an average of 3 weeks searching online before they even talk to an agent. So if you have some things out there online during those 3 weeks, what do you think is going to happen? That's when you're going to get their attention and hopefully get them to call you or message you or whatever it is they're going to do. 85% of buyers and sellers want a realtor who markets using video. So making those videos of the homes, that's great. The Century 21 Brand Studio, they make a little video for you. You don't even have to do it if you want to just do one of the homes. Only 15% of agents are using video. So if you do use video, you're going to stand out, and you want to be the ones that stand out and go the extra mile, do the extra things.
I'm surprised there's that many, actually.
Yeah, well, people are jumping on the bandwagon, and the younger generation, they're used to being on all the time. So
yeah, right.
They're not worried that people are going to know what they look like, because I always say about that is people they've seen you already. They know what you look like. It's you're not showing them something that they haven't seen unless they haven't seen you before. But
no, it's a shock because you don't know what you look like.
Yes.
You don't know what you really look like. You just know you're making faces in the mirror. You
If
don't
you
know what
make
you look
enough
like to other people.
videos of yourself, you'll know what you look like.
Absolutely.
And if you don't like what you look like, then don't watch yourself.
Learn to like it because it's
Yes,
beautiful.
learn to like it or change it. 80%, maybe you'll realize, that hairstyle you've had since whatever, 1980 isn't the thing. 80% of viewers remember the message delivered via video. So people remember more if they see something, if they're watching it in a video, than if they just read a little advertisement. Chances are they're not even gonna look at a little advertisement anymore. How many people actually read advertisements unless they're really looking for something?
I've got a question.
You have a question?
No, I hit her video.
Oh.
She didn't say anything.
I was like, I looked at her face and was thinking, I didn't see her say
I
that.
didn't see her say anything either, yeah.
Domain.com stated that video increased listing inquiries by 403%. That's not a misprint, 403%. So if nothing else, make some videos of your listings. And those Moxie videos that they send you automatically when you enter a listing in, there's a video there ready for you already. Okay, why doing video? More reasons. Video doesn't just tell the story, it shows it. And helps it stick in your mind. Video increases engagement and click-throughs. All those algorithms, they've found out that if you have a video, people are going to be more likely to click on it, and that's what we want. So there's also videos that you can put on your website. I've been figuring out how to do that. We're going to be working on that on the Tuesday morning meetings at 9. So if you're interested in that, let me know or just show up. People are busy with short attention spans, and videos get people's attention quickly. And they're more likely, they found that people are more likely to watch videos to the end than they are to read, a big long article to read. So they're more likely to watch it. Consumers prefer video, and you can tell by all those stats that we just went through. Video is a cost-effective way to market at scale. It reaches hundreds or thousands of people if you put a video online. And that's like, it used to be in the olden days that only, companies would pay millions of dollars to get their little videos on TV, right?
Yeah.
We can do that for next to nothing or nothing. Great way to advertise. And video as a human element, it shows who you are. So don't worry if your video is not perfect. No one's perfect. No one wants to see the perfect person on there. That just makes you feel bad about yourself, right? Does anyone use it to build your brand? Make those videos. You can do it. Some videos. Here's some ideas for you. An agent introduction video. You can just introduce yourself, or get with a partner and introduce somebody else, interview somebody. Educational videos. You can do a video on, what it takes to, what happens when you list your home, listing your home 101 or whatever it is. How-to videos are really good. Property tours. That's always good. You can do a little property tour, a neighborhood tour, and don't forget the call to action in any of these things. You want people to, get a hold of you in the end, not just watch it and forget it. Another thing that they suggest is whiteboard videos. If you have something that you're trying to explain and you use a whiteboard, evidently people like to watch that. It's something to look at. Plus, if you know something really well and you can explain it and use a whiteboard, that might make you a little more comfortable if you're, don't know what to do with your hands or whatever. Client testimonials. You can have some clients talk about you. Expert Q&As. So you can sit and talk to a title person, a mortgage person, somebody else in the real estate industry, maybe a contractor can tell people about stuff, why they need to, cut the vegetation around their house or whatever it is. There's a million things and we all know what they are. Monthly, not market reports. Market reports. Typo there. And market updates. We know those. We go over them every week. You can always do those, and some people have been doing those. That's great. And then, try to make them a little professional, make sure the light's in front of you and not in back, so you're not a big shadow, and practice. Practice will make you better at it. But it's important. I mean, what are those statistics? 92% of home buyers use the internet to help them find a home. Get out there, get on the internet.
Yep. And they'll find a realtor that way, 92%.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Google rules the world. Sooner you embrace that, the better. Well, I have a challenge. Go ahead, Mario. Go ahead.
Along the same lines of the videos, one of the things that John and I and Nick have talked about is, at least for Caldwell, we didn't have a conference room. And so we are making some changes to make one of the office space areas a conference room where agents can use, and that's where we're going to have our TV, or 65-inch TV, so that the agents can do a presentation, if you will, for CMA, sign some contracts privately with the client. But also, one of the things that I envision doing is to have that room set up so that an agent can come in and record his monthly market reports, or a social media recording, by having the proper equipment. I was just this week, the other day, purchased on my own, just to kind of test it before I recommend it. The circle ball light, where it holds your iPhone right in the middle, and it has a remote, so it's fixed, and you can do your recording in a nice lighted setting. You can change the lights to modify the lighting, but it's something that I envision we could do in Caldwell, where an agent can come into the conference room in a private setting and make a recording to do a market report. And for those who don't know how to do this, I also recently went to see a presentation from a company, a third party, who can help set up everything for an agent on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, and then set it up in a way so that when you do your recording, you just upload it once, and it posts to all of the social media that an agent wants to post it in automatically. And so one of the things that agents are longing for, of course, is the content. And the good news is Center 21 MoxieWorks provides the content, like the market reports that we were just reading. It provides it on a weekly basis. So there's no excuse for agents to say, well, what do I put on? Well, we give you what we put on. And so that's another way to attract other agents to come on board with us, because we will help them do the recordings and set them up in a way where they'll be successful, and then they'll see that it's a lot of fun. They'll want to do it. Now, we haven't done that yet in Caldwell, but we're going to, as soon as we get the right equipment, of course, and the furniture, but I'm excited for Caldwell, and moving forward, I think it'll be great to use the video, social media, to help agents be more productive, and at least at the very minimum, get more exposure on the internet.
Absolutely. One quick thing
That's a great idea.
It really is. One quick thing I will point out is Shauna Dolby's been putting out some incredible videos right there in her gorgeous office. And it's a real inspiration. So watch. Oh, hey. Well, there you go. Let's watch.
I've got a question for all my homeowners out there.
Audio only. Later.
While your mortgage rate is a factor in your move, it may not be the most important one. Your lifestyle and your changing needs should matter more. Here's a look at a few of the top reasons people are choosing to sell this year. Homeowners are moving because they want different features, they want to be closer to their friends and their loved ones, or they're just looking to downsize. Basically, moving because their current home can't deliver on what they need anymore. I'd be willing to bet a lot of you feel the same way. Don't lose sight of the reason you want to make a change in the first place. If you're ready to prioritize your changing needs, let's connect.
I like that
Excellent.
I like my newest one better than that one.
I couldn't find it.
You know, that they're really wonderful, Shauna, and going along with what Mario said and what Shauna's doing, take advantage of these beautiful spaces. Don't just do it anywhere, you know, go ahead and go in. She's placed herself with her awards. And
Yeah, go in Shauna's office and do it.
There you go. Yeah, sit in front of
Perfect.
Shauna's awards and just make the video. But yeah, use a professional space, and it's just been really great to watch.
Nice.
That's really
Nice.
good. Another thing I forgot to say too is video. If you make a really good video, one that you really like, you can send that out in a mass email too and connect to your past clients or future clients in that way as well.
Absolutely. And send it to myself and Cheryl, and we'll get it up on the company social media because it'll get extra hits that way. Yeah.
Shauna, you had you made that video using a software, and it helped you put that graphic up. Did it provide you with that graphic?
Yeah, I just
Tell us
read the
about
thing
that.
it had. Yeah, it's the Keeping Current Matters. I signed up for the free trial, and then the free trial ran out, and now I paid for it. But it's definitely, I mean, I think it's worth it because it also gives you blogs. It also gives you all sorts of different things. I really have to spend time to learn all the things that I can do with it and make so that I make my money worth, you know, so it's worth the money I'm spending. But it makes it really easy. I basically can set it somewhere and just read it off there. You can make it go faster, slower. Obviously, at a certain point, I just have to take it no matter what, because I can't spend hours trying to redo it. So I'm getting better at just doing it and forgetting about it and not, you know, worrying that everything is perfect. So it's super flawlessly easy. And it's like, I think $89 a month. It ends up being or 70, I can't remember, but it ends up being about $100 a month, I would say, just under $100 a month. And you get blogs, you get videos, you get scripts so that you can read it from your phone. You get all that stuff. It's super easy. I probably will keep it since I don't have a lot of advertising dollars being spent right now, other than mail outs. So I think I'll probably keep it. I'm getting a lot of people reacting to the videos, and I think I'll get better at it the more I do it. So I'm just forcing myself.
Hey.
Nice.
Well, you have to get started in it. And I remember going to a training with Century 21, and I tell the story. She said, just start doing it on your phone, have a great time with it. Don't go buy a fancy camera. And I came home and bought the fancy camera. And you probably can't tell. And don't buy a real camera just for Zoom. The only thing you can do is that. You can't do that on your phone. But other than that, the picture doesn't look any different than anybody else's on Zoom. So don't bother with a camera. But here's my challenge to everybody. Go to the How's the Market scripts that we just read. Get your phone, hit the record button, and make it. And just say that's going to be take 1 out of 100. And just make it and see. You're going to sweat through it the first time, and it's only 2 minutes. And keep it and look at it, and then make 10 more, because that's how we got started. Everybody here who's presenting has done this the hard way. It's the only way to do it. And then go have a look at it. And it is a lot of fun to see them get better.
Mm-hmm.
I love to do that. I keep all my old videos and I cringe at them. But then when I did it better and did it better, and you know what, you'll never get it perfect, but you'll get to the point where it's good enough and you're happy with it. And
Right.
Yeah, I want to add in like some more because, you know, my personality isn't to be super serious all the time. So I want to probably add more of my personality. And I actually have a speaker that wants to present to us, and whether it's just in Vancouver or company wide, who can help us all dial that part of our video in, will be, I think, beneficial.
okay. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. That's our time. Goes by fast today. Thanks for the attendance today. It's very good. And we will see you next week, or we'll see you first thing in the morning.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Right.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.